Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Roadrunners will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Delaware's offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this.
There he goes! He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. It's Patterson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's
turning on the Jets. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Using his legs, it's Henry. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Makes the grab. It's McCoy. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Moving away from pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Roadrunners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try it over the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Patterson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They kick it away on 4th down. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking for a gap, it's Henry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Roadrunners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's McCown. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Floats it out in space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Blue Hens have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking to throw, it's McCown. That's reeled in, it's McCoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's loose. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Roadrunners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability...
There he goes! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Roadrunners in the hurry-up. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just threw that one way too far.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dropping back, it's McCown. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Patterson. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking for a crease, it's Silver. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The throw. He's got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point that the offense...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. Turning it on. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's got it. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's McCown. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UTSA!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they chose to just go ahead and kick it, so they're still down by 1. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. He might want another play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Made a defender miss. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's McCown. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To the ground with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Blue Hens can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Off play action. Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Patterson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Man, and what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down, but man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
And it slips just inside that right upright. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Bringing the heat. Finds his man, it's Henry.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
On the screen.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw it. Finding open areas. It's a running room. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Roadrunners are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. It's a seam. Got enough space. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Roadrunners! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Wide open spaces. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The play action fake. Buys a little time. All kinds of time before he fires right. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
The Blue Hens can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Give to the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. Quick release on the RPO. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. And the Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Quickly out to the tight end. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's McCown. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He wants to throw it again. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. To the air on first down. Got his man. Oh, a lot of space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. The Roadrunners have taken it inside the 20. Gonna sling it on second down. Looking to buy time. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UTSA! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's going for a big play downfield. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Gonna let it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. The Blue Hens will hustle to the line. He wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Gets the back moving. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. They'll move the tight end. They want that clock to run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He wants to change this route. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's LeBoy. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hauls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
Looking to throw for it. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the hit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. snaps it in the shotgun. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Set to advance on the football.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college.